going on? It's Big Dog Bark and your relationship wealth coach. We invest in love and success over here. How y'all doing on this Saturday afternoon? Hope everything is well. Hope everything percolating for you, everything going like it's supposed to be going. Y'all know the routine is y'all hit into the building. Please hit that like button. Likes are free. They are appreciated. If you share this, please share this. If you don't, you don't. But if you share it, tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. I have a goal to 1,200 I'm trying to reach before the end of April. And every subscription is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Now, I done got that out the way. Let's go into the topic. No appetizers, no salad, no soup, no dessert, just entree. You know what I'm saying? Just the meat and potatoes. You feel what I'm saying? So today, I want to talk about who does win in marriage, men or women? Because all day yesterday, and when I do topics like this and how I'm feeling about things, is that all day yesterday, that's all I'm hearing is complaining. And it's like, bro, I'm to the point now to like, why do men complain so much but still want what they want? It's like constantly complaining about what women are saying, what women are doing, and yada 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 yada. But still want them. You still want them. And no matter what, anybody with some logical sense tell these dudes, they're always gonna find another way to complain. They're always gonna find another way to complain. It never fails. It never fails. It's like every route. It's like they Deion Sanders in their prime. No matter what route you take, they trying to play defense on. They playing defense on. But one thing I learned about defense is that if you focus on defense all the time, that means you ain't got no offense. If you trying to play like the Baltimore Ravens back in the day with Ray Lewis and Haloti and Goose and Terrell Suggs and that shut down Baltimore Ravens defense where they tell Trent Dilfer, man, all you gotta do is score 10, 17 points. We gonna take care of business. That's all these dudes do. They want to play defense. And I'm like, y'all have no offense. Y'all have no offense because when they go on the attack, it's easy to stop them. It's easy to stop some of these individuals when they're attacking. They have no offense. They don't really know what they're saying, and what they do say don't make a lot of sense. But when you got something to say to them, they got every defensive tactic in the book. So they have no way to be wrong when they playing defense, but they have no argument. They have no proof on that they're right. They have no offense. And this ain't gonna be no long. I'm just doing something, just getting this out the way while the wife is she gone over her mom's house. Her brother brought the niece out, so she went to go see her little niece and all that right there. So I'm not gonna be too long, but I'm gonna say what I gotta say. And it's always like, why are we competing with women? Why are women competing with men? What's the problem? What's the problem? Why are we in competition? Even like if you look at a Pride Alliance, you have the male line, you have a bunch of female lines. And everybody play their part. A pack of wolves, everybody play their part. A pack of whatever the case may be in the animal kingdom, everybody play their part. In order for that pack, that pride, whatever the case may be, in order for that to be successful, everybody play their part. So why is it that men and women are constantly butting heads with each other? Why are men and women constantly butting heads with each other? First and foremost, what's up, Queen? First and foremost, the main reason is because there's no trust between men and women no more. The trust has broken down. And is that the men's fault or the women's fault that trust has broken down? Let the men tell it, it's the women. Let the women tell it, it's the men. And the truth of the matter is, now one of y'all trust the other one. That's why it's hard for y'all to have these relationships. That's why it's hard for y'all to get married. It ain't hard for y'all to make babies, but it's hard for y'all to be together because don't nobody trust nobody. It's just like if something happens, it's the other one's fault, and vice versa. If something happens, it's the other one's fault. So therefore, I can't trust these women because every time I try to put trust in these women, I get a bad investment. Something bad happens. So therefore, I'm off of women for I don't know how long. But you want a woman. You can't trust them, but you want them. That don't make a lot of sense to me. That don't make a lot of sense to me. You literally putting yourself in a situation where you don't trust them. Anything they say, anything they do, you have a question behind it. But you still want them. And when I say, okay, what you waiting on, the response will always be the perfect situation, the perfect scenario. And the truth of the matter is, there's no such thing as a perfect scenario. So if I'm telling you there's no perfect scenario, then guess what? That's why I ain't doing nothing. It's a big circle to where you have no accountability for what's going on your end. And that's the same thing go with women. You don't trust dudes, why? Because they ain't perfect. Okay, so what a perfect dude is? I don't know. So there's no perfect dude. Well, I ain't gonna try nothing. Okay, so you're in this vicious cycle, this vicious circle of you don't want to do nothing because the environment ain't right. And because the environment ain't right, you don't want to do nothing. How does that's you going in one big circle. Just say you scared if you scared. Just say you scared if you scared. Just say it. Just say it. But men ain't gonna say it. Men gonna make everything else except fear. Everything but fear is everything else. You don't trust nothing these women do. You don't trust nothing these women say. That's fear. That's fear. Because if you still want them, then why you not talking to them? Because you scared of what's going to happen. You scared they're going to say something that you ain't going to like. You scared they're going to put you on the internet, social media for dissing you or whatever the case may be, trying to expose you or whatever and all that right there. And you scared. You're scared. Just admit it, you're scared. And it's all right. It's all right. You scared. I could deal with you saying you scared. But you ain't gonna tell me you scared. You gonna tell me they got a bad mouth. Bruh, they always been talking crazy. I ain't never met a female that haven't talked crazy in some shape, form, or fashion. I done seen the most nice, nasty rejections in the world. And I done seen some that were flat out the gutter. It's rejection. Deal with it. Either they gonna say it in a nice way or in a bad way. But even if they say it in a nice way, you still feel some type of way. I done seen some of my partners try to holler at females, and the female would tell them no in the best way possible, and then would call them out their name. And then if a female get the barking back at them after they didn't call them out their name, they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then because we are physically stronger than majority of the women, you want to buck up, you want to swell your chest out to a woman and tell the bag up before it get worse. And then Some more bar can go on and on and on and everything. You know, she got a black guy. You got a DV charge. All because you called her out her name first. And she responded. Now let y'all tell it, let these men tell it is that she ain't supposed to say nothing crazy to me, but you called out her name though. So again, this whole trust is that women are looking at that as like, even if I tell you now, you gonna still talk crazy to me. How can I trust any other? How can I trust you guys if I tell you no, you won't call me out my name? She can't trust that. She can't trust that. She can't trust the fact that you kind of trying to whisper in her ear this, that, and the third when you have no intentions on doing right by her. I mean, we heard this. I've heard this so many times. Is that she picked wrong, but at the same time, a lot of you dudes be doing whispering them sweet nothings in these women ear and get what you want, and then treat them how you want to treat them. But then you'll sit there and be on these panels and say she should have picked better. She should have picked better. You're breaking up the trust that women supposed to have for men because y'all not honest in y'all intentions. You won't box, but you ain't gonna tell her that up front because you scared she gonna tell you no. And you say women lie a lot, but you can't even be honest with her and tell her what you really want from her. If you don't want to be in no long-term relationship, say that. Instead of telling her, yeah, you're gonna do this, yeah, you're gonna do that, and then once you get it, you don't want to do none of the things you said. And now she feeling some type of way, and you send her off on her way, and the next dude she come across, she treating them like crap because of you. Because of you. And ladies, y'all know better. Y'all know better. Because y'all do the same things. You'll tell the dude whatever they want to hear just to get something out their pocket. Just to get something out their pocket. And once you get it, you're going to get it, and you're going to get it, and you're going to get it until you can't get it no more. And then when the main pocket's dry and all that good things right there, you're gone in the wind. You're gone in the wind to the next one. And now you got this dude complaining about women don't want nothing but your money. Women don't want nothing but your money. They don't even want to be wives no more. They don't want to do nothing but take your money and have a lifestyle. Like I said, this go both ways. I just get tired of all the complaining. When the truth of the matter is, bruh, it's gonna be that. Women, it's gonna be that. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be that. There's no way around it. You're gonna get played in some shape, form, or fashion. You just hope that whoever play you have the best intentions for you long term. They gonna get what they want. Men gonna get what they want out of women. Women gonna get what they want out of men. Men want boss, women want money. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. That's why a lot of these men have problem with Pookies and Ray Ray, because Pookies and Ray Ray know they gonna get it. They're gonna get it. A lot of women that's in there saying these OnlyFans models, these IG models, if giving us a bad name, they getting the money. They gonna get the money. Men that the Pookers and Ray Ray gonna get their box. These IG models gonna get their money, and there's nothing you gonna do about it. But you can't compare them to you and try to get the same outcomes that they get. They know how to play the game in a way that you don't. They know what to do and how to use what they got to get what they want from men and from women. If that's not you, then don't worry about it. Use something else you got going on to get what you want out of a woman, to get what you want out of a man. Don't compare yourself to the woman that's getting it, getting it, getting it, getting it, and you always mad because you can't get it. You mad. Now you wanna lie and you wanna scheme and beam. That ain't you. That's not you. Stay true to who you is. You'll get what you want eventually. You ain't gotta play shortcut to try to get a woman. You ain't gotta do no shortcuts to get no dude. It ain't gonna be right. It ain't gonna be right. It's gonna be messed up. And then you're gonna be complaining about you trying to take a shortcut, trying to get a man or trying to get a woman, and the relationship still don't turn out right. Now who you gonna blame again? Are you gonna still blame the women, and you still gonna blame the men, or you gonna blame yourself for trying to do something you ain't had no business doing? You talking about you can't trust nobody. The reason why you can't trust nobody because you foul yourself. You know what you doing wrong, and you won't straighten it out. You want to put blame on somebody else for the wrongdoings you doing, and mad because you ain't getting the results you want. You don't trust yourself, and then be complaining about you can't trust nobody else. You don't trust yourself. You ain't real with yourself. That's the first thing. Men and women gotta understand. Be real with yourself. Quit pointing fingers at somebody else and saying it's their fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. You China hopping. All right, Quay. Second thing, communication. I ain't never seen the most antisocial social people in my life. Y'all could be in a room full of people and got phones to your faces. Don't know how to talk. Men don't know how to talk to women unless it's through DM and Texas. Women don't know how to talk to men unless it's through DM and Texas. And they sitting right there in your face. Y'all don't know what to say to each other. Unless you hear something bad come out their mouth about the opposite sex, you don't know what to say. You have no conversation. Y'all have no game, no nothing. Nothing. And then get mad at women for saying things they say. They shouldn't say that. Why not? They just shouldn't say it. They make us feel some type of way. Again, like, bruh, your skin not tough. I'm sure your mama cussed y'all worse than they cussed y'all. I'm most definitely. I'm most definitely sure that your mama cussed y'all worse than any female you come in contact with first. Did that bother you when your mama cussed you out because you couldn't do nothing to mama? So now that you're a grown man and a female cuss you out, now you want to retaliate from all that pent up aggression because of what mama said to you when you were younger? Or the females that get offended when a dude say something. Why? Because your daddy told you something when you were younger you didn't like and you couldn't do nothing but sit there and take it? Now that you're a grown woman and now you hear something a man say wrong, you want to spaz out on him? You want to go off on him? Just because of some childhood memories you had when you couldn't say nothing, you couldn't do nothing about the conversation, you had to stay in the child place and all that right there. So now you grown, now you got the freedom to go off on somebody? Is that what it is? Is that why we have a breakdown in communication? Or is it because you want what you want and they want what they want and y'all calling the button head because the other person won't give? Cause you coming off as the individual, cause this is what you want, and you being so nice, nasty about it, that you disrespecting the other person because they won't give you what you want. Is that what it really is? Is that what we're doing? It's because the women won't give y'all what y'all want in a nice way. They won't give y'all what y'all want in a nice way. You have to throw shots at them. You have to talk bad about them because they can't, they won't, and all y'all want is some box. All y'all dudes want is what's between these women legs. Y'all can't fool me, I'm a dude. I know what y'all want. Y'all don't want nothing else they got to offer. You don't want their money. You don't want their intelligence. You say they can't, that y'all stronger, that we stronger than women. So what else do you want? What else do you want from a woman for y'all to talk the way y'all talk outside of that box? And because they won't give it to you in a way that's convenient for you, you want to take shots at it. You want to take shots at them because they won't give you the box like you want to. That's what I'm trying to understand. Is that what it is? And the women, y'all taking shots at these dudes because what, they won't break bread? You call them broke and dusty. You don't want to deal with no 9 to 5 dude in hopes that reverse psychology to make them go in their pockets and just break bread with you. If you talk bad about them enough. I mean, ain't that what we doing? We playing reverse psychology all of a sudden now? I mean, one thing I will tell you, individuals, is that I'm the type of individual that reverse psychology. I read psychology books. I would have a psychologist laying on the couch. That's just where I'm at with mine. It's like I'm seeing it every day. It's the reverse psychology. If I talk bad to these dudes, they gonna break bread with me. If I talk bad to these women, they gonna give me some box. That's all men want, that's all women want. And that's been like that since the beginning of time. That's been like that since the beginning of time. I ain't never known a period in time where men didn't want women. Literally went to war on the name of women. Literally took men out for women. Literally built things for women. And now you have a problem because you can't get it like you want to get it. So you gonna shame them. Shaming don't work. Shaming don't work. Since time, men been providing and protecting and problem solving since the caveman days. And now all of a sudden, because somebody, feminism, the government, whatever the case may be, done gave you a little push to climb up the ladder and saying you ain't got to be chained to the stove or chained to a bed no more. Now you just gonna sit here and piss on dudes all day because now you can get some money. But the thing about you getting some money and the thing about you solving your own problems, the thing about you protecting yourself is that you don't want to spend your money on yourself, even though you have to. You still want a dude to spend money on you. You don't want to protect yourself. You will if you have to, but you still want that man to sit up there and go downstairs and open the door or go downstairs and check on the noise that you heard. You still want that. Yeah, you can solve your own problems, but y'all boss chicks. And when things go wrong with a boss chick, they need somebody to blame for the faults. Y'all don't want to blame yourselves. Y'all still need dudes to put the blame on when things go wrong. But because we both got bad mouths toward each other, we trying to guilt somebody and we trying to guilt people into giving us what we want. Because we ain't getting it like we want to get it. That's really what it's boiling down to. You don't trust nobody because you don't trust yourself, and you don't know how to talk, so you use shaming tactics to try to get what you want. And the third thing is, y'all can't adjust to the climate. See, y'all talk, especially younger generation, these millennials, these Gen Z, they always trying to tell us things are different. Things ain't different. Things are the same. Things have been, the only thing that is different is the technology. That's the only thing that's different. How many years ago it was before we even had a cell phone, before Apple even made the iPhone? We used to see this type of stuff on the Jetsons or James Bond or something like this. We didn't have this type of technology back in the 70s and the 80s. Here we in 2024, and I'm talking to y'all through my phone. I'm talking to y'all through my phone. I'm doing a live stream through my phone. I couldn't did this, what, 15, 20 years ago? That's the only thing that changed in this so-called dating market is the technology. And yet and still men and women haven't adjusted to it correctly on what's going on in the dating market. They haven't adjusted. Because we have always been like, I'ma get what I want because she has no other option but to give it to me. And now that women have other options outside of traditional methods, men are mad. Men are mad. Men are mad because the things that used to work back in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s don't work no more. And instead of them trying to change up the game according to how things are now, they want things to go back. And I can tell men so many times over and over again, it's like, you're not putting that genie back in the bottle, my guy. It ain't finna happen. This is what you're facing right now. Either deal with it or roll on. Either deal with what's going on or roll on. Ain't no sense of sitting around if you're not gonna play this game that's going on right now. That time frame to where you can just say what you want to say and get a female according to how you feel, them days over with. We in a whole nother ball game now. You have to adjust to the climate now. Whatever it is, you have to adjust. And it might be hard for some of y'all because y'all still have this Neanderthal thinking. You just gonna beat them over the head with a club and drag them back to the cave. Nope, not right now. Not working. Ain't finna happen. Oh Lord, have mercy. Why is you in my lab right now? Ain't you supposed to been playing with your niece? Then you just go around your mama house to go play with your niece. Why you in my lab right now? Why are you interrupting me? Why are you bothering me? Anyway. Hey baby, how you doing? So yeah, these new guys that can't understand it, y'all have to adjust, y'all have to adapt to the new market. You ain't gotta get out. You know I'm just playing with you, lady. But yeah, these new guys can't adjust to the market. And they're mad. They're mad that it's gonna take a little bit more than what they've been doing in the past to get women there. It's gonna take a little bit more. And they don't wanna do that. They don't wanna do the little bit more. So since they don't wanna do that, guess who the problem is for why they can't get women? Women. They changed. They ain't the same as they used to be. They ain't changed. They ain't changed. Society had given women more advantages to where now if you want one, you have to change. You have to change up to the environment. You don't want to. Any real hunter, any real trapper know, in order to get what they want out the forest, out the desert, out the woods, out the ocean, whatever the case may be, you have to adjust to the environment to get your trophy fish. You have to adjust to the environment to get that big bear that's standing 10, 12 feet in the corner of your house. You have to adjust to the environment in order to get what you want to take home. You don't want to do it. It's too hard. But those that can adjust ain't having these problems. Those that can adjust ain't having these problems. It's like going to the apple tree and picking up all the apples that done already fell off the tree. That's easy. That's easy picking up apples that done fell off the tree, or just reaching up and you can grab an apple out the tree. That's easy. As long as you can do that, you're fine. But when you reach up, when there ain't no more apples on the ground around the tree, and you can't reach up and grab one, and you see one that you really like, a pretty red one, a pretty red chick, a pretty yellow bone, way up in the tree, waiting on you to come get it. What you gonna do? Is you gonna climb the tree to go get it? Or you gonna wait for it to fall out the sky? You gonna wait for that apple to fall out the tree so you can pick it up. You ain't gonna go up there to go get it. You gonna wait till it fall. And if it don't ever fall, you ain't gonna never eat. But you're gonna blame the apple for not falling. You're gonna blame the apple for not coming out the tree instead of you going up into the tree and get the apple. Your hunger relies on if this woman gonna fall into your lap or not. And if she never falls into your lap, you're gonna blame her, when all you had to do was adjust and go get her. Now, same thing with these women. You can't blame a dude for not spending money on you. They want to spend money on y'all. That's the crazy part about it, is they want to spend money on y'all. They want to be good dudes. They want to be providers and protectors. They want to do that. That's in our DNA to do that. It's in our genetic makeup to be a provider and a protector. It's been like that since the beginning of time. But y'all want to be too hard up on these dudes because you got a good paying job. He got to make twice as much as you. When the truth of the matter is, you took a job that he had to get in order to take care of you. Now you putting extra pressure on him to take care of you when you got the money in your pocket. And now when these guys sitting around talking about they want to be house husbands and all that, you got a frown on your face because now these dudes want to be house husbands. Because you done put yourself in the position to run the show. Run the show. Run the show. Adjust. You got all the money. You got all the power. You got all the clout. Adjust. You don't want to. You don't want to. You want to make 150. The man you want to get got to make 300. How many jobs is paying the man $300,000 when you taking out a job that's gonna pay the man 150? You're putting pressure on him to do something that you know he can't do unless his name LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Jay-Z. He got to be of that caliber in order to get the money you want him to get. And the majority of these men ain't making it. And y'all know this. Y'all know this. But you still want him to go provide. How can he provide when you got all the money in your pocket? How can you provide? How can he provide for you when you got all the money in your pocket? And then get mad at him when he ain't got nothing for you, but you got everything. And you ain't finna give him none of it. So now these men don't want to deal with you because you got everything and you feeling some type of way, but you want to blame them for not trying hard enough. But the truth of the matter is, you got all the money. You got all the money. You got all the money. And you're not going to give him none of it. But you want him to give you twice what you making. And it's not possible. We live in a world of averages, and the average man is not making 300,000 if you making 150,000. And even at 150,000, you still living paycheck to paycheck because you want to live in this certain part of the neighborhood, in this certain house, and drive a certain car and look a certain way. That costs money that you taking out your pocket to spend on yourself, and you have to make a choice whether to look good or eat good. Whether to go get this brand new California king to put in your bedroom or sleep on an air mattress. You're making these decisions because you got too much pride to sit there and say, look here, whatever you got in your pocket, baby, we're going to put that together, we're going to make it work. No, you don't want to do that. You want to keep your 150 in your pocket and let him go and bust his butt all day. And you got all the money in your pocket, but you don't want to spend none of it. You want him to break his back to take care of you while you making more than him. He got to break his back while you making more than him just to prove himself to you. And when he get hurt, when he lose his job, when he can't work no more, you ready to leave him because you ain't got time to take care of no man that did everything for you while you sitting on a bankroll. And then soon as he get messed off, soon as he get hurt, soon as he lose his job, you're gone. And say, I ain't got time to take care of another woman's child. And y'all still ain't gonna adjust. You ain't gonna tell the truth. Because you don't know who you are. You don't know how to talk because you're too busy trying to scheme and beam, trying to get what you want. And y'all can't adjust to the situation because y'all want things to stay the same. All in the name of not physical strength, not mental strength, not emotional intelligence, not nurturing, not regular intelligence, no. In the name of dominance. In the name of dominance. That's why we have all these issues. That's why we have this back and forth, because men want to keep their position as the more dominant gender. Women want to take men off the top of being dominant. But the funny thing about it is, if women get what they want and be in charge, who you gonna blame for when things mess up? That's the difference between leadership and being a boss. That's the difference between being a leader and being a boss. Because being a leader means I'm down in the trenches with you. I'm in the mud with you. I'm in the front. That means I'm going to take them slings and arrows first. I'm going to fall on my sword. I'm going to stand on business. I'm going to make sure whoever following me, I'm taking care of them. That's a leader. Women want to be bosses. Now, before I get into that part, this is what I'm going to say about the whole leadership thing. If that's what a man's supposed to do, but for y'all men out there, y'all don't want to leave because you don't want to fall on their sword. You don't want to fall on the sword. You want to be the leader in theory, and you're supposed to be the leader because of our genetic makeup. We're built for this, but a lot of men don't want to lead because it's hard. It's hard, and y'all want it easy. Y'all don't want to fall on the sword. You'll be willing to put somebody else in front of the bullets, in front of the arrows, just so you won't get hit. So you can live another day. So you can talk about how you did this, that, and the third, and you didn't fall. But when you in the front, because apparently In order for somebody else to take all that, that means you wasn't in the front. That means you was somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the back, looking, while somebody in the front took all the hits, and you ran and hide. And when the war was over with, when all the little everything ended, and you came out your hiding spot, now you can go back and tell everybody how manly you was. And the truth of the matter is, you didn't do nothing. You hid. You hid somewhere. You ducked off somewhere and waited for everything to die down. Then you come out like you conquered the world. No, you're a liar. You're a liar. That's what women know now. You're lying. You're not built to lead. That's why women come in and take y'all spots, because you don't want to be the leader, but you want to complain about them taking your spot. Quit lying. Some of y'all that got a penis and some testicles, y'all not leaders. It ain't in you. Now, for those women that take them leadership positions, y'all want to be bosses. Y'all want to be bosses. And the thing about a boss is, you want other individuals to do as you say without you getting your fingers dirty. You want people to do as you say without getting your hands dirty, without getting your clothes dirty, without putting in the extra work. You just want to bark out orders and everybody needs to just follow orders without confrontation, without complaining. Because you have this title of boss. You're a boss chick. I've seen it several times in the past couple of years. Oh, it ain't fun being a boss chick. It's fun to have that title. It's fun to have that money that come along with being a boss. I understand that. But when things get bad, and when people ain't moving the way you want them to move, because you've been sitting on your high horse and barking out orders, and folks just been moving and moving and moving without complaining, without questioning, then they start questioning you. Then they start asking, is what we doing really beneficial for the collective or just beneficial for you? Is this really set up for everybody or is this set up for you? When they start going against you, your boyfriend, your husband, your kids, your family members, when they start going against you because you've been sitting on your high horse barking out orders, guess what happens? You need somebody to take them slings and arrows. Because you can't deal with it. You women, the majority of women can't stand being wrong. The majority of women can't stand for that spotlight to be beaming on their head when they did something wrong. They can't stand it. Throughout the history of man, it's been only a handful of women that stood there and, pardon my quote, but took it like a man. There's only been so many of them that sat there and took it, held their own, stood there and took accountability for the decisions they made. It's only so many of them, because the majority of women, they didn't did nothing wrong. They ain't did nothing wrong. I sit here and watch Kirk Franklin mama lie to him about his daddy. And proof that that man was his daddy, gonna lie to him and say that ain't your daddy with the blood test. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I know I ain't got no wings. Women don't like to be wrong. Women don't like to make bad decisions. Women don't like to be in the hot seat. They need somebody to blame for when things go bad. Because they can't blame themselves. They'll look like a failure. And the last thing a lot of these women want to do is look like a failure. Oh yeah, I have fun watching my wife come up with decisions and just forget about what I said. I just like, all right, because when you mess up, When them slings and arrows come in your direction after you done sat there and told me you were gonna do what you wanna do, I'ma laugh at you. I'ma laugh at you. And every time she done went off and made a decision that I told her was gonna be bad, and it was bad, I laughed at her. I laughed at her. Now, I told her opposite. When I did something I said I was gonna do, and she said and told me not do, don't do this, don't do that, and I said, all right, I'm still gonna do it. See, when I told you not to do it, and I said, but guess what? I still did it. I can own up to me doing it. I can own up for me making a bad decision. You, on the other hand, you want to blame somebody for the decision because if you do something and it don't go right, you want to sit there and why you let me do it? I told you don't do it in the beginning. I told you not to do it when you wanted to do it and you didn't want to listen. And now you got to pay the consequence, but I'm still getting up why you let me do it. You a grown woman, I ain't got no control over you. You can do what you want to do. You had an idea. You talked it out with me. I said I ain't like the idea. You need to back up off of it. You went on and did it. It did exactly what I told you it was going to do. And I'm at fault for letting you do it. Yeah. But if I sit there and talk to you, and I go ahead and go through with the idea, and I do it, and it go bad, I can sit there and say, well, it is what it is. It went bad. Okay, next. On to the next. So all this back and forth that I be seeing is all in the name of dominance. That both parties want, excuse me, that both parties want dominance. But the thing is that, and then one of them gonna do what it takes to get it. Ain't then one of them gonna do what it takes to get it because both parties are foul. They just don't want to know. They just don't want the other party to know that they foul. But they already know that. So again, it's like a bunch of worthless conversations back and forth every day. Women know how men know how women are, and yet and still we still argue about this every day just to be the one that's right. Too much time. Too much time, not enough trying to get it right. It's more money in the problem than it is in the solution. Well, I guess I'd be part of the problem. Or part of the solution. I don't know. I still ain't decided yet. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. If you ain't already liked this junk, like this junk. If you ain't shared this junk, share this junk. And if you ain't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I still got that goal to 1,200 I'm trying to reach before April. So please hit that subscribe button. I would surely appreciate that. And I will get up with y'all another time.